Hey, it's Morris Anderson again, and here I am actually out in front of the gargoyle, and you can see my dragon up on top of the gargoyle. And if you pay attention, if it gets dark enough, we'll see that ooh, there, it just changed color to a blue. So, ooh, it might rain if we check out. I might not have a very long video this time. I'm starting to hear the rain hit the water. Let's see. Oh, and it's going to come down fast. Let's look at that cloud in the sky. Oh, yeah, look at the sky. You know what? I think I'm going to hurry and get into the gargoyle real quick before I ruin my phone with not expecting the rain. All right, there we go. Down and into the gargoyle. Woof, there we go. All right, out of the rain, at least my phone is safe. Anyway, at least you got to see the dragon. And today I've been up rather early this morning, and I missed my thing there. There we go. There, one more step forward. There, I'm not getting rain on me anymore. We can still see the lake and hear it coming down. Anyway, I was up early. Got to do a presentation out in Vistancia today. Took my 12-string guitar, got to play my song, and talk about the goal process. And the one thing that I think that was very motivational about the entire presentation was when I brought up the fact that I had spent 11 days in jail, and I brought up the book Managing Your Manacles, which is an autobiography that I wrote about my experience in going to jail as a non-criminal. And of course the details are in the book. You can just type in Managing the Manacles. Manacles are handcuffs, by the way. So that's in there, and it has a lot of great experiences and how I was in a place that I didn't belong. And I was with a bunch of people that don't fit my caliber. And being that they knew I was not a criminal amongst the others, they treated me very differently. In fact, it was more of a therapy for them to have somebody there who would had nothing else to do but talk to them. And they were actually heartfelt males, good guys that did bad things for the most part. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because there's a big part of the goal process that evolved out of that experience. And the one thing that I said that actually made a difference to me, even being through the experiences, is it was a bad situation. It was an awful situation. And in the end, that was the decimation of the gym. And yeah, that's really hard to look back and not have anger, not have malice towards the reasons that I was there and towards those who made that illegal action happen. So again, like I said, you can read about it at Managing the Manacles. But while I was in there, one of the other inmates had asked me a question. He was like, I have so much emotion, I have so much heart, and I got my logic, and I think one thing, but I feel another. How do I handle this situation with my logic here and my emotion here? And that got me into additional studying and thinking and researching after I got out and did another rendition of the goal process. So there's a whole new section in the goal process about what steps of the goal process are emotional, which ones are logical. We cannot have a goal that is so logical it is meaningless. We also can't have a goal that is so emotional that we can't logically process our way to the end. So it's really good to know the goal process and how do I deal with my emotions? How do I deal with with the logics and the differences of life? And like step one, identify your wants. Why do I want this? What is this going to do for me or to me that's going to make me become who I want to be? So that's a definite emotion. Step one is just all emotion. Step two, write them down. That's a logic. That is no emotion, no thinking, or no heart involved in with it. It's just logic. Paper, pencil, computer, whatever you use, write it down. Then step three is you take that list and then you prioritize it. Say, okay, this one would be more important than this one. or this one, it's on the list, but it really doesn't mean that much. So I'm going to put it further down the list. I was going to sit up here on the edge, but I don't think I want to get my butt wet anymore. So I guess I'll just stay where I am, and we'll just keep looking at the clouds. And then finding mentors. That's also a logic. Who has done this? Who has been where I want to go? Who helped blaze the trail? And of course, what little variances am I going to take along the way that complements me in them being my mentor? So there we go. There, a little bit more sky behind me. It's not raining anymore. It does that over here at the lake. It just pours for a second, and it's pretty heavy, and then it just stops. But actually, the lighting's not so bad right here, so I'll keep it. And there are so many other steps to the goal process. Defining the obstacles, that's completely logic. Research, study, learn, that's completely logic. However, it can be interlaced with emotion as well. Just because when you start learning something, you feel better about yourself. When you understand more, you're like, wow, that makes me so much better. I love feeling smarter. I love knowing my options. So there is a little bit of emotion involved with that logic as well. So the only way to know all of this stuff is to actually take the goal process yourself. It is for free at dragoneyes.org. This is something I would always give my gymnasts when they first signed up, so that when they came in, they had an expectation. And I found that when they set their own goals, they progressed further than I could ever push them as a coach. And if it was my goal to make them really good, it really didn't work out that great. Yes, I'd have the obedient kids that had talent and they could progress far if I pushed them. I called them wheelbarrows. They are good. They can hold a lot of weight. But the second you stop pushing is the second they stop progressing. And the goal process was designed for the energizers, the ones that had so much energy in them that there was no way you were going to stop them. They were so set and determined to accomplish their goals. Even if you're an awful coach, and I hope I wasn't, but I'm sure there were moments where I could have been better. All of us are. So, no matter what, they were going to figure it out and accomplish it with or without the coach. However, when the coach was on board, it was just that much better, because then you had a relationship, something that both of you learned and improved on. So again, take the goal process course at dragoneyes.org. When you get a chance, also go to the About menu and click all the SEC regulations. Right now, we are selling shares of the corporation at 10 cents a piece. Thanks to Regulation A, I can legally promote that through the video, through the magazine, through the website. And I actually just posted a few charts talking about the difference of fundraising that the SEC offers, like Regulation A, the CW, which is CWCF, sorry, crowdfunding. I'll get it right for you. I didn't look so much into that one because that's more like the GoFundMe kind of stuff. And we are Regulation A, which is like borderline differences. And then, of course, Regulation D, which has been the most popular over the past 20, 30 years. So very few people actually know about Regulation A. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. Look at the content that we have. I am hoping with the growth of our economy, we will see many more businesses, small emerging growth businesses, take advantage of Regulation A. I think it is incredibly amazing regulation for small businesses to get started. Ooh, it suddenly just got darker. Wow. When that sun goes, it sure goes, doesn't it? But yeah, I think it's very pretty. I angle my camera a little bit. There we go. See, it's out here on a Tuesday night, and it's fun being out here on a weekday, because on the weekend it's busy. People show up, they play, they party, a little too much sometimes, but then they leave. And it's just the lake and the birds and my sea monster carp sometimes. So I will enjoy this nice evening. I'm going to get back to work, and in the meantime, believe greatly, achieve greatly.